Let's talk about the one thing that everyone wants to chat about: Trump's health in the sky. Yesterday, apparently he was spotted headed to the golf course. I've read a lot of people say that big hat is really big, and I can't stop remembering that one time where he wore that extra big hat in a Leo moon. It was a symbol to me. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is, even though we saw him yesterday, let's be clear. Things are changing, right? The spaces in between his appearances are longer and longer. The space in between. And if you know him, if you've watched him as a president, especially as a president, it's unheard of to go 2 weeks without golfing. Something has shifted, and we've all talked about that in different ways. Some say he looks drugged, plumped up, like they're pumping him up enough to stay alive, I think. He's like our version of Frankenstein. No, that wasn't the monster's name, that was the doctor. I'm sorry, but still, I don't know if ever you guys were like into sports, but if you hurt yourself, sometimes they just give you that shot so you can just keep playing. That looks like what's happening to him, getting pumped up just enough to keep moving, to not die. Because, like when we were talking about before, everyone was so scared about J.D. Vance. What this shows, they know it won't go without Trump. That cult can't lose its leader. I bet they're just shooting his ass up full of steroids. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we're physically saying. And astrology backs it up. Trump is a Leo sun. So that's his rising. So he's ruled by the sun. So we look to where his sun sign is, okay? It's in Gemini. It's in the 11th house. It's in Gemini at the 22nd degree, too. Saturn degree, the kill or be killed degree, is what it's called a lot in pop astrology. But again, the 11th house, sometimes people forget that it is the fans, it's the followers, it's the cult. Ask Manson. And not to be like when we were all talking about who was going to win, Kamala or Trump. I said that she would win on paper. But I was like, his cult's going to go mad. His following. I'm more worried about what they're going to do. Now, I think with Uranus going into that house, something might change. But first, Uranus has to go retrograde. Anyway, that degree, especially how we're seeing him show that energy. Like the ruthless. It exposes the survival game of power. And man, the Sabian symbol of his sun has been killing me. I call it, what's my line? You remember that old game show? The thing is in the positive aspect, in the evolved aspect, it's what's my line? Oh, it's the truth. He is playing with that energy, and he is playing with that line, but he is not aligned with truth. Can't you also see that, like, fight for survival in him, too? Him, like, he's gonna do a fundraiser to get him into heaven. Obviously, that's a scam. I do think he knows that he's going, and I do think he's scared. Spirit has been saying, hey, honesty is your line. But as that Gemini, he decided to go with the little devil on his shoulder and said, no, deception is your line. Deception is the game you choose to play. I keep hearing the Elton John song, don't let the sun go down on me. Because that sky is pressing on him. It is. With me, I got my notes, so I won't forget. Jupiter in Cancer, right? Everyone was so excited about Jupiter in Cancer, exaltation, expansion, peacock energy. Well, we do have a peacock. Or someone has a peacock. Man, I have been wild these past few days. Excuse me. Yeah, the 12th house. The 12th house of hidden matters, secret, subconscious, foreign, shadow. And again, what I like is it's meeting his natal Saturn. Expansion meets restriction. Might be feeling the restriction and is starting to freak out because he's not sure where it's coming from. With the Jupiter symbol and with it Saturn, when they become conjunct, this degree is technically about artistic influence. But hold on. Hold on. Don't get mad at me yet. It's about bringing the unconscious to light. It's supposed to be through image and metaphor. It is no surprise that we are seeing this performance of vitality while reality looks different, telling us a different story. We all know Uranus has gone into Gemini. She is going to retrograde pretty soon. Trump has his Uranus natally in Gemini, but he has it at the 17th degree. Uranus moves slow. She's only gone to the 1 degree, the the glass bottom. What I find very interesting is the symbol of his natal Uranus. The head of health dissolves into a head of mentality. Translation for that wonky tongue. The body dissolves. The mind scrambles to keep the myth alive. Like, are you kidding me? I've done astrology for years, and we saw that with Maxwell. Some things I could still get freaked out. It's all about his image, because they want his image to survive his death. Remember, Uranus is going to retrograde back to the 27th degree of Taurus. His midheaven point is the 24th degree. So it's going to be an applying retrograde conjunction. It's not going to get exact, but I don't think it's going to have to. But again, I hadn't looked at his midheaven Sabian symbol. It is a mountain Indian Native American with a bunch of scalp locks. Yeah. This speaks to channeled aggression, building identity by fighting, by being a dick. Uranus wants to remind Trump that he's the original Sky Daddy. And while he loved chaos, it was chaos for awakening, not chaos for regressing, for manipulation. So him retrograding towards him, he is going to attempt to pull that mask off of Trump and the whole shebang. Strip all that power away, and what are we going to see? It's like when you take the mask off a narcissist. What do you see? The power is gone, and he leaves behind just like raw, feral survival instincts. Talk about exposure. Meanwhile, right now, currently, the moon's in Sag, okay? Which first lights up his south node. So, his south node is in Sag. I don't know if I remember saying this in this video, because I'm just talking. And so that means if his south node is in Sag, his north node is in Gemini. And his sun sign is sandwiched. His sun is in the middle in a sandwich. They're all conjunct of Uranus and his north node. Kind of talked about it a little bit. I think Trump's the perfect example of going too far into your north node and losing your head. We can't just have the mundane brains, like Trump saying, I love dumb people, blah, 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 blah. His south node is in Sag. His moon is in Sag. He is completely disregarding that. He's supposed to look for truth. He is supposed to expand in wonderful ways and not like tyrannical ways. He sucks. So anyway, I got off on a tangent because I couldn't remember what I told you. So this transit moon is moving towards his natal moon. His natal moon is at the 21st degree of Sagittarius, and that south node's at the 20th degree. Okay, so the moon's moving towards his moon, but first he will touch his south node. And I think that's going to be really hard for him because, again, I think he's lost his head. I think he's completely north node heavy. His little karmic suitcase is going to come a knocking. Also, we have transit Venus. She's in Leo, but technically in his 12th house, symbol is stars in the sky. A reminder that there are so many more truths that are permanent and real besides this fucking empire where they're hurting us too. I'm never this person. I hate to be this person, but I'm gonna have to make a part 2 because I'm chatty. I got things to say. So yeah, part 2. like for part 2 or whatever you're supposed to say on here.